Zinchenko and Trossard are both set to stay at Arsenal, and Kai Havertz is to be offered a new contract? Yes, people, them grand rising, and welcome back to the RASenal Transfer Center. People, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am literally 10 away from 300 subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you smash a like on the video. People, we're going to get into this right now because, as I said, Leandro Trossard, Zinchenko are set to stay at Arsenal. This comes from Transfer.com and this comes from Steve K. And we're going to talk about Steve K again in a second. He reported yesterday that after positive talks, respectively, with Zinchenko and Trossard as well, with Arteta, it seems to be that they have decided that they are going to stay for at least one more year. Now, we know that Trossard had problems with his contract renewal talks. We know that he wanted more money and Arsenal weren't willing to add more money on to the extra year or two that they were offering him. But it seems to be, with the reports coming from Transfer.com, that Zinchenko and Trossard will stay. Now, what does this mean? Now, the reason why Zinchenko may be staying is simply because of the fact that Jarell Hato is now set to sign for Chelsea. Chelsea accelerated on this deal as quickly as they could. And now it seems that Arsenal are definitely out the race. Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Jarell Hato only wants Chelsea. And that was one of Arsenal's key targets in this transfer window a few weeks ago. But because it seems like their attentions have switched from Jarell Hato and are going to keep Zinchenko on for a year, that seems to as why the Jarell Hato talks have literally dwindled, if not stopped altogether, and why Zinchenko was going to stay. As for Leandro Trossard, this one makes me feel a bit weird because obviously Trossard is our second left winger to Gabriel Martinelli. We know we need an upgrade on the left wing options as it is. That's why it makes me worry, because if Martinelli is not going to leave and then Trossard is not going to leave, who is going to come in? That's the question. Now, is Reiss Nelson leaving going to free up a winger option on the side, because we will need to replace him? We will absolutely need to replace Reiss Nelson, who is close now to joining Fulham on loan with an obligation to buy of 18 million. But the fact that Trossard may not be leaving screams trouble for me on that left wing, because we do need another left wing in. There's no doubt about it. I know Arteta has brought in Madueke, who he says that can play on the right and the left. Madueke is not a starter unless you're going to rotate Madueke, Trossard, and Martinelli for that left-hand side. We need someone to lock down that left-hand side. So that remains to be seen. So, yes, Zinchenko and Trossard are set to stay at Arsenal. Gunners, let me know what you think about that and if this is going to be any problems going forward regarding getting players in, i.e. a left winger or another backup left back or whatever it is. Now, someone else who is going to stay is William Celiba, and this was confirmed after the game yesterday, well, further confirmed. The reason why, and I said we're going to talk about Steve K again, this was further confirmed yesterday after the game when Celiba spoke to AFTV Media and they asked him, will he be signing his contract soon? And he said, hopefully, yes. God is great. We're going to try and win everything this year. And the reason why this is key, that AFTV's confirmation for me further confirmed that he is staying, is because of this video right here. This report comes from Steve K, who has about 15,000 followers all over social media. And it says here, and I quote, Arsenal stars have agreed new contracts with the club per Steve K. William Celiba, Gabriel, Bukayo Saka, Ethan Nwaneri, and Miles Lewis Skelly. The French international William Celiba is regarded as a top target for Real Madrid, while Gabriel Magalhaes has reportedly had Saudi suitors. However, we are told that Arsenal fans must not fear the departures of the biggest stars from this club. On the contrary, sources have informed us that several integral players are set to sign new long-term contracts with the club. This includes Celiba, Gabriel, and Bukayo Saka. Club sources have also gone so far as to suggest that these three deals were sorted quickly and are already agreed. The same applies to Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis Skelly, with those close to talks reiterating that negotiations have concluded and that these extensions will be announced in due time. Now, in that video, it said literally from Steve K 2 months ago that Gabriel, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Nwaneri, Celiba, and Saka are all set to sign new contracts. Gabriel has already signed. Miles Lewis-Skelly has already signed. Nwaneri has signed. His announcement is coming soon. The next ones after that is is Celiba and Saka. So when the news broke that exclusively yesterday, Celiba said he's going to be signing a new contract. If you were already locked into the Arsenal transfer centre, the RASenal transfer centre, you would have known this 2 months ago that these lot were staying. And Steve K, big up to Steve K as well, because he reported that these lot, the 5 of them, and I already did a video on it, that they will stay. Already did a video on it. So we know that Celiba is staying. The next one up will be Bukayo Saka to secure his contract. Now, someone else that could be getting a new contract, which surprised me this morning, is Kai Havertz. And this was reported by the Red Side of London that Kai Havertz and Arsenal are set to have talks about a contract renewal for the German international. Gunners, how do we feel about that? Because obviously we signed Gyökeres now. In the future, we're probably going to sign another striker. Mikel does love Kai Havertz, and a lot of people at Arsenal do love Kai Havertz. The question is, how long are they going to give him? They can't give him a wage increase, surely. Surely they can't give him a wage increase, because what has he done to deserve a wage increase? Kai Havertz staying is not necessarily a problem as long as he's a backup to Gyökeres, but there will be points during the season where they either play 2 up front or everything else. I just don't want Havertz to get in Gyökeres' way, in my opinion. That is what I'm worried about personally. So, yeah. Trossard, set to stay. Zinchenko, set to stay. Celiba, as we know already, set to stay. Who is coming in, though? Now, the attention has shifted to outgoings at the moment, but Eze is the next one to come into Arsenal. Arsenal are readying a bid, and this week we will hear of a bid for Eberechi Eze of Crystal Palace. Everything is now gearing up. So outgoings will happen. Reiss Nelson is probably the next one to go out. It's the most likely next one to go out. Then we need to bring in an Eze and a left winger as well. But we will see how all this develops. So people, let me know in the comments below what you think of this video and all the transfer news I've given to you this morning. Make sure you smash the subscriber button. I am 10 away from 300 subscribers. So let's get there and smash a like on the video, as that helps me greatly. Love and guidance, people. Make sure you have a blessed day. Peace.